Well, this is the speaking test of International English Language Testing System taking place at Amins on 12th September. The candidate name is Nuhin Jakaria. Candidate number is 248066. The examiner is Aminul Islam. Examiner number is 248070. And good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Can I have your full name, please?
My full name is Nuhin Jakaria.
Okay, what shall I call you?
You can call me by the name Nuhin.
Nuhin, what do you do? Are you a student or do you
Sir,
work?
I'm a student. Currently, I'm studying at leading university.
What's your major?
My major is BBA.
Okay, let's talk about social media. What type of social media website do you use normally?
I use normally Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, because these three are very much popular in my country.
How
and
much
overseas.
time? Well, how much time do you spend on social media platform?
If you say for every day, I spend on average 30 minutes.
Okay, so what's your favorite social media website?
My favorite social media website is Facebook, because everyone I know are currently active on Facebook.
So, what type of things do you usually share on social media platform normally?
Okay. Like my happy moments, or whenever I go on a tour with my friends or families, or I have something important happened in my life, I sometimes upload them on social media.
Thank you. Now let's talk about food. So, what food do you eat from other country where you live?
I'm so sorry, I didn't understand your
Okay.
question.
Okay. What type of food do you eat from other countries where you live? I mean, in your area, what kind of, uh, I mean, foreign food do you eat normally?
Okay. Most of the time, I actually eat local foods. I don't usually eat foreign foods because they're not very much available in my local area.
Okay. So, have you ever tried to eat foreign food?
Yes, I have tried. I have tried sushi. Last year, I went to Dhaka with my brother, and I tried sushi, and then very luxury restaurant.
So, where do you feel comfortable to eat food? At restaurant or at home?
Actually, I feel very much comfortable eating food at home, because I can be myself.
Okay. So, do you try yourself to cook?
I can actually make tea, but I am not that much good at cooking.
So, how important is it to know how to cook food?
I think it's very much important to know how to cook, because in our country, most of the people are dependable on women about the cooking, and I think it's a basic need for everyone to know how to cook.
Okay. So, who is good cook in your home
My mother is a very good cook,
and why?
because she makes the food very much tasty.
Thank you. So, now in this part of the test, I'm going to hand over a topic. Describe a car journey you made that took longer than expected. Here you are, and I'm going to give you a piece of paper along with a pen sheet. Here you are. Nuhin, remember you have 1 minute to take some notes to help you for the next 2 minutes what you are going to say. Do you understand?
So,
Okay, please. All right. Just remember, you have to talk 1 to 2 minutes. But don't worry if I interrupt you while you talking. Can you understand? So please start.
I enjoy car journey very much. So last year, my brother bought a car, So me and my family, we decided to go visit our aunt who is living in Jokiganj, which is very far from the place we live, and it usually takes 2 to 3 hours to go there. So we started our journey, and we actually faced some problems in the road because the day we started our journey and the previous night there were, there rained heavily on the previous night. So there some roads actually became very much the roads became very much bad, I'd say, because we saw potholes on the road. So while we started our journey, we were going actually very smooth, but in the midway, we saw a heavy traffic jam. And the reason of the traffic jam is a bus which was in front of us actually ran into a pothole and it got stuck. So it created a very long jam, and the jam actually blocked both the side of the road because the road was actually not that much big, and it was unable to move that bus because it was very big bus, and you just can't push it. You have to bring another tow car to or tow truck to move that bus. So that's why it caused us very much. It suffered us very much, and the journey took, instead of 2 to 3 hours, it took us 5 hours, I'd say. And it was very much hectic for us as my mother is an old woman, and she suffered a lot.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Can I have your note, please,
Yes.
along with the pencil? Thank you. Can I see your book? Thank you. Now, in this part of the test, I would like to ask you a few more general questions regarding driving a car. So, how interested are young people in your country in learning to drive?
The youngsters of our country are actually very much interested in learning to drive car, and they enjoy it very much. And most of the young people actually, whenever they get free time and if they have a car, they go out with their friends and enjoy riding.
Okay, so could you tell me what are the differences between driving in a countryside and driving in a town?
Okay, you're asking me about the differences. Okay, I'd say driving in city or town is not that much enjoyable.
In this part of the test, let's talk about driving a car. So, how interested are young people in your country in learning driving?
The young people of our country are very much interested in learning how to drive because they enjoy driving very much. And nowadays youngsters are actually, most of the time they go out with their friends and they go for long drives and they love it. That's it.
Okay. So, what are the differences between driving in the countryside and driving in the city?
There are big differences actually in driving countryside and in the town. Like in the countryside, you get to see the natural views, but in the town, there is too much traffic jams, and you actually don't enjoy the driving.
Okay. So, do you consider most drivers where you live to be a good drivers?
Actually, not every driver good driver because in our country, most of the people who drives are not that much educated, like the drivers and stuff. So they actually not most of the time they don't follow all the traffic rules. So I would say that they are very good.
Okay. So, moving to talk to electric cars. How popular are electric cars in your country?
But electric cars are not that much popular in our country because in our country, you have to pay a big amount of tax in order to buy cars. Now the rate is 300%. So, and the electric cars are new to the market, and in order to buy electric cars, you have to pay a big amount of taxes. So they're not that much popular in my country.
Okay. So, in what ways could more people be persuaded to buy electric cars?
I'd say the big reason of buying electric car is that it is nature friendly. And in this world where we are facing climate change and it's a big issue, so driving electric car will actually help for the nature. But there are also some things that some people argue, which is electric cars are not that much enjoyable. Like people enjoy the sound of the engine revving, and people loves petrol diesel cars, so not everyone is
Okay.
50-50.
So, do you think all cars will be electric in the near future?
I believe 80% of the cars will be electric, but some people who are passionate, they will drive the old cars.
And why?
Because electric cars actually, what I would say, as I'm a driver myself, electric cars don't give that much level of fun. The sound of the engine, and these electric cars are like, they have less sound. It's more like you're going on an auto rickshaw, not in a car.
Okay, thank you. That's end of you speaking test. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.